Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We want to very, very specially welcome you to the 39th National Scientific Conference, Unity 2020. This afternoon, we will begin by calling on you to rise as we take the national anthem, which will double also as our prayer for the rest of the event for today. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand to your feet as we take the national anthem.
All rise, all compatriots, Nigerians come of men to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes was joy labored in England to serve with heart and voice. One nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Thank you very much. Please, you may be seated. As we begin this afternoon, we want to very, very specially recognize the presence of some of our distinguished guests here this afternoon. The guest of honor for this opening ceremony, in the person of Dr. E. Osage Ehanire, MD, FWACS, Honorable Minister of Health, Federal Republic of Nigeria, is here this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, let's recognize his presence. You're very welcome, sir. Thank you very much for being here. We also have our able chairman for this event this afternoon, in the person of the Executive Governor of Ekiti State and Chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum, in the person of Dr. John Kayode Fayemi, here represented by Makinde Araoye, SA to the Governor on Federal Matters. Please put your hands together as we recognize. Thank you very much for being here.
The chief host of this occasion is the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Dr. Mohammed Musa Bello. He's being expected. Later, he would be joining us on this program. The President of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Mazi Sam Mohabunwa, OFR, MON, NPOM, FPSN, is already here. Thank you for being here. In no particular order, let's also recognize all the dignitaries that are already in the hall. Malam Farouk Salim, Director General, Chief Executive Officer, Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, is here with us. Senator Matthew Urohide is also joining this program. Senator.
Let's recognize our Senator. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much for being here.
Another senator who's joining us is Senator Sadiq Umar. He is also at this event. Senator Sadiq Umar, you're welcome.
Please put your hands together for Senator Umar.
The chairman of Acpn Board of Trustees, FAM UNO Uwaga, FPSN, is also here in our midst. PCN Registrar, Pharmacist Elijah Muhammad is also with us this evening. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
And so we move further in this program today as we begin with a remark from the chairman of this opening ceremony, already recognized here, representing the governor of Ekiti State, Dr. John Kayode Fayemi. We have in person Mr. Makinde Araoye, SA to the governor on federal matters, as he comes to give us the chairman's opening remarks this afternoon. Please put your hands together as we bring him up to stage.
All protocols being observed. First and foremost, I would like to apologize on behalf of His Excellency, Dr. John Kayode Fayemi, the Executive Governor of Ekiti State, and also the Chairman, Nigeria Governors Forum. Dr. Fayemi holds the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria in high esteem. Dr. John Kayode Fayemi came into Abuja this morning, and this was actually part of his schedule to attend this event. But as national duty calls, as soon as he touched down at the airport, he got a call that he had to be in Borno State to meet with his counterpart, governor of Borno, with some other governors. So he actually sends his apology that he's not going to be here to join us today as the chairman of the occasion. I would like to congratulate, on behalf of the Excellency, Governor Fayemi, I would like to congratulate the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria. I personally didn't come here with an official message because I was just told this afternoon to come and stand in on his behalf. But I wish us a great deliberation, a great conference, as we come together to discuss and hold a valuable conference on the optimizing primary health care delivery in Nigeria, community pharmacies untapped potentials. As a country, I know we have great resources and we have great talents in Nigeria. We have the best undiscovered potentials, which I know that the federal government, in combination and in partnership with the association, would be able to move the country forward. Thanks once again for having Dr. John Kayode Fayemi as the chairman, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Once again, we appreciate the Executive Governor of Ekiti State for your presence here and for your remarks. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together once again for the representative of our governor. We have a few more distinguished representations here that we must go through before we continue on our program. While we were taking the remark, we were joined also by Senator Rafiu Hansa from Kano State. Please put your hands together for the senator. Thank you very much for being here. We also had a member of the House of Representatives in the person of Aliyu Sani Madaki join us. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you for being here.
The national chairman of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria has been very busy, but Dr. Samuel Adekola He's here with us, and he has been running around to ensure that this conference is what you can see today. Dr. Samuel Adekola, National Chairman, Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria.
Our next item on the program would be a welcome address coming from the chairman, Conference Planning Committee, Unity 2020, in the person of pharmacist Mrs. Aliu Taiwo Olu Bukola, MAW. Please put your hands together for her as she comes forward to give us a picture
Please
of what
put your
was in
hands
the mind
together for her. Put your hands together.
of the planning committee. Keep clapping. Let's encourage Madam. It's been a very hard-working committee.
Looking elegant.
All protocols duly observed. Good afternoon, my distinguished guests, distinguished colleagues, and all friends of pharmacists. It is with utmost joy, unexplainable, overwhelming, and lovely heart that I'm welcoming everybody to this august occasion. I'm indeed elated having you all in this alluring assembly of dignitaries. In agreement with our yearning, this is indeed an epoch-making occasion. Our God has been wonderful for his benevolence by making today a reality, as today had actually been clouded with many uncertainties, from pandemic to insecurity. Thank God for Johnny Mercies. It is expedient of me to first of all acknowledge and appreciate the trust reposed on me and my team of champions by the leadership of Acpn, ably led by Dr. Samuel Oluworumipin Adekola, MAW, DSA, thus ensuring the success of this year's Acpn National Conference. I can call him an indefatigable, very thorough, hardworking, and unassuming pharmacist. He will not forget to cross the T's and dot the I's. It was totally an experience working with him. Thank you for this unique opportunity. So the CPC team of Unity 2020, I call you the champions. Could you please majestically show up for recognition? Majority of us are still out there making sure everything works well. Very hardworking team to work with. Could you please, you have all been wonderful. This is a team I will not forget in a while. This conference is supposed to be very educative and informative, and a moment to realize, to relieve ourselves of tension due to the expertise and caliber of people that had been invited to do justice in various capacities to the theme of the conference and activities put in place to relieve us of stress. My sincere thanks go to all the governors, senators, PSN, our able president, pharmacists of Hamburg, members of NEC, fellows, our able registrar, and all important dignitaries present today. My deepest appreciations go to the governor of Ekiti State, Governor Kayode Fayemi, a brilliant and ebullient governor who warmly embraced and welcomed us on such short notice. He actually deserves our accolade. You might not see him in our midst due to the recent happenings in the country. He actually was here this morning only for him to get an urgent message to report in Bono. Also worth of mentioning is the enthusiasm at which my lovely friend and classmate, the wife of the Speaker of Ekiti State, Pharmacist Titilayo Afuye, and her able husband, the Speaker of the House in Ekiti State, encouraged and played a significant role of making sure our desire to have Governor Fayemi in our midst is accomplished. Thank you, and God bless. I must also show our utmost appreciation to my own governor of Ondo State, my own state, and all his entourage. We are indeed grateful to all the multinationals and indigenous organizations that supported us in immeasurable ways. Thank you. May your business continue to thrive and excel. Warm appreciation also goes to our keynote speakers. The role of community pharmacists is the grand scheme of global and optimal healthcare delivery continue to evolve, and we hope that the need to ensure that access to safe and effective medicine for all remains unhindered. We hope that the position of pharmacists and community pharmacists on top potential will have been properly dissected, and resultant expositions would definitely pilot us and the country at large to more attainment of qualitative involvement of community pharmacists in achieving and bringing qualitative primary and pharmaceutical care to our patients, which is the fulcrum of good pharmacy practice. On behalf of the Conference Planning Committee, you are welcome to Unity 2020, a peaceful and purposeful deliberation. Relax, enjoy yourselves, and make sure you obey COVID rules. Wishing you all a wonderful conference experience.
A round of applause for the Chairman, Conference Planning Committee, CPC Unity 2020, Pharmacist Mrs. Taiwo Olubukola Aliu. Many thanks, Madam. All right, we will be bringing up the Acpn National Chairman for his address, Pharmacist Dr. Samuel Adekola, MAWDSA, for his opening remarks. A round of applause for him as he steps up to the podium.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Minister for Health, my home president, the president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. I recognize especially the representative of the chairman of this occasion, Dr. John Kayode Fayemi. Because of we have to reorder this program because of time. The Honorable Minister have to be relieved, go very shortly. But I think my governor is coming in. Please, can we rise up to receive my governor? Please, can we all rise up to receive the governor of Ondo State?
All right,
The
this
governor,
is announcing the arrival of
Mr.
Arakunrin
Talk
Oluwarotimi
and Do
Akeredolu,
Governor
SAN.
of Ondo State. Welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Announcing the arrival of Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, SAN.
My president. Ben. Sorry, sir. Thank you very much, my president. And I think it couldn't have been better than this. You come in when your son is speaking to receive you. Please, let's get my hand together for my governor. Thank you very much. The voice of man is the voice of God. That's to tell you that God is with us. Well, this is the text of an address by the national chairman of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria at the opening ceremony of the annual national conference of the association. At the International Conference Center, Abuja, this is the first day of December 2020. And we want to begin this address by giving gratitude to God Almighty through those whose great mercies, benevolence, and grace we are all gathered here today in spite of all the contrary wind that blew across the world in this very year. It is not the news that the conference was supposed to hold in July this year. But for the COVID pandemics, we could not hold the conference, and that is where we're here today. But I must say, everyone knows that this year has been a year of great expectation. Year 2020, millennial 2020, that 2020, unfortunately. But fortunately again, it has become a year of a struggle for survival. So I congratulate you, and probably congratulate yourself and your colleagues for being able to make it up to this time of the year. And I'm praying, I believe God, that God will see all of us through to the end of the year, in Jesus' name. As a people, a great association lost not so many of our members in this past year. Particularly, we have some of our members who are at the forefront that succumbed to COVID. Well, let me put it on notice of the minister that this was not taken note of at any given time by the presidential task force. I was always watching to hear that pharmacists died in the course of COVID. You know that among every other professionals, every other service provider that were left during the COVID pandemic, I mean the heat of it, it is the community pharmacists. Because virtually everybody were running away to go to hospitals. We became like the only resource, not only in Nigeria. This is acknowledged world over. But of a particular death that hit us very badly was the fact that even during the course of this COVID pandemic, one of my members, a member of my executive, the National Publicity Secretary, was gruesomely murdered while delivering services at his pharmacy on the 19th of June, 2020. It was very sad. I believe we've just observed a minute silence for him and for the host of other pharmacists that died during the year. However, I am glad to announce to you that today, by the grace of God, the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria will be presenting a check of 3.5 million naira to the family of late Ike Sunday. And I hope the wife is in the house. Very soon, before I leave here, she should just step forward to pick the check. We are also going to be delivering another 2 million naira from our insurance company, which is still working on the process. The Nigerian community pharmacist practice, we practice in an environment that is arguably one of the most hostile in the world. We are faced with the challenge that bedevil all businesses, like lack of basic infrastructure to unfriendly government regulatory policies, such as multiple taxation. However, for community pharmacies, the challenge goes on just like a jungle-like practice environment, where weed is in the form of charlatans are given free rein, but the decent professionals are stifled with overregulation. For the notice or record, during the heat of the COVID, for instance, community pharmacies, who are the first point of call for health interventions of varying depth, were not covered by any form of insurance and benefit package in Nigeria, unlike what happened to our colleagues in other climes like UK, when the Prime Minister of UK, Boris Johnson, came out to announce 300 million pounds to support the community pharmacies across the UK. Apart from the regular provisions of PPE, masks, medical gloves that were supplied to community pharmacies on a regular basis, I am sure none of us benefited from this in Nigeria. It is on record that even the 100 billion naira CBN Ed Fund that were rolled out, as I speak today, no one community pharmacist benefited from it, unfortunately. I did several letters in this regard, but unfortunately, not one member of my association benefited. In the United States of America, community pharmacies, which are already taking over, they are taking care of about 80% of immunization activities, were officially empowered to carry out the COVID testing. And today, they are being put in place for the long-awaited COVID vaccine. Americans today prefer to take their shot for flu vaccine from the community pharmacy. And the COVID vaccine will be delivered by the community pharmacies in the Americas. I don't know. This is an economy that is fully grown, fully developed. But ours that is still crawling, the benefit of community pharmacies, the potential of community pharmacies are remain untapped in Nigeria. This year conference, as our team indicates, is to bring to the fore the avalanche of values and benefits community pharmacies are capable to deliver and are capable to add to primary health care delivery in our country, so that the government and its apparatus can be motivated to take bold steps of unlocking the pools of potential inherent in this class of health care provider, as been advocated by WHO to the benefit of the greater percentage of the people of Nigeria. In 1994, WHO described community pharmacies as health professionals most accessible to the public. They supply medicine in accordance with prescriptions when legally permitted, sell without prescriptions. In addition to ensuring an accurate supplies of appropriate product, their professional activities also cover counseling of patients at the time of dispensing prescription and non-prescription, drug information to health professional, patient, and general public, and participation in health promotion programs. They maintain links with other health professionals in primary health care. Herself from the Executive Summary of WHO Regional Office for European publications on the legal and regulatory framework for community pharmacy in WHO region says, and I quote, community pharmacies are the health professionals most accessible to the public and are cornerstone of primary health care. The role of community pharmacies is expanding globally. The population should benefit from the universal and appropriate access to community pharmacy through enabling community pharmacy planning, which will be achieved through licensing of new community pharmacies based on demographic, geographic, critical, economic incentives, optimizing, expanding outreach of existing pharmacy, for instance, through establishment of branches for pharmacy. A decision to come to the rich city of Abuja, the sacred seat of power in Nigeria, for this year conference, offer us another opportunity. Once again, making a clarion call on government. I am happy the minister is here and lawmakers are here. We have senators, distinguished senators are here to challenge Nigeria to take up a right direction for achieving universal health coverage, which is can only be possible by appropriate assessment and full utilizations of every structures of health care delivery system in Nigeria. Among all, we seek, one, a formal recognition of community pharmacy as primary health care delivery facility in Nigeria. Do I speak your mind? Development of appropriate legal and regulatory framework for community pharmacies in Nigeria has been promoted by WHO for other regions of the world, e.g. the European Region Framework. The inclusion of pharmacists in the National Medical Treatment Committee, ditto for states, as is in the national. Full incorporation of community pharmacy in the National Health Insurance Scheme, as is done in other climes. As part of important activity that is lined up for this year conference, pharmacists in Nigeria will be signing the National Declaration, tag Abuja Commitment to Action on Primary Health Care. This will be done formally through, tomorrow had the roundtable, which we are going to be having with development partner in Nigeria under the chairmanship of Dr. Kasadi Molumbus Water, the head of mission and representative of WHO Nigeria. I invite you all to join us to sign this unique milestone. Please, can I get a copy of that declaration so that for presentation to the Honorable Minister, Secretariat, please. I cannot but express. All right. This year conference is a conference like no other in the HANA Pharmaceutical Conference in Nigeria. As we are playing host to the #1 pharmacist in the world, in person of Dominic Jordan, the president of the International Pharmaceutical Federation, the umbrella body for all pharmacists in the world. He will shortly be delivering a keynote speak to us. Because of COVID, Dominic Jordan has written us a personal letter to visit Nigeria during this conference. Unfortunately, the second wave of COVID in Europe has kept him back. But he will be speaking to us virtually at this conference. A goodwill message. I cannot but express my profound gratitude to the chairman of this opening ceremony, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, who is ably represented. I think the CPC chairman has spoken much about him. The man is a jolly good fellow. He received us with much enthusiasm when we visited him in Ekiti State, and he promised to be here. Unfortunately, the national issue has taken him to another ground. The same thing goes with this supposedly the special guest of honor for today's occasion, and that is the distinguished senator, Senator Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan, CON, who is the Senate President. He promised to be here, but as of yesterday, I learned he had to lead the delegation of Nigeria to Borno State. And as we speak, they are in the chamber waiting even to receive the President of Nigeria to address the security challenge in Nigeria. And this is why he's not here. His representative has been here, and he just stepped out shortly. And that's our colleague, Senator Matthew Orogide. I must show my sincere appreciation to the Honorable Minister, Dr. Henry Osaige. He's been calling his representative, his peer has been calling me for the past 3 days to tell me that he will be here. It assured me that the minister had a meeting by 3 p.m. Please, let's clap for the minister. I was not expecting him this early, because he said he will be having a meeting at the Hassel Rock. He got a call, but unfortunately, you can imagine, for him to leave this meeting and join us. So, Mr. Minister, I am highly grateful, very much grateful for respecting us. At today's opening ceremony, we are equally playing host to very distinguished Nigerians as awardees. Today, we are, of course, already with us is my own governor. My own governor, the governor of the Sunshine State, Harakuni Oluwarotimi Akeredolu San. Can we clap for the governor, please? The man Ondo State people called talk and there are no Ondo State people here. Talk and what? Talk and do. That's the talk and do governor. My governor, thank you for coming. The host of, I'm also aware that Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso is around. His representative is here, a House of Representative member. He's standing in for him. He just called in that he has to, for an urgent call to Lagos. So you are welcome, sir. At appropriate time, we'll recognize you. But I cannot but also, with the permission of minister, recognize and ask to stand for recognition all members of the National Executive Council of Acpn. Please stand up for recognition wherever you are. Next member of Acpn. These are the people who has made me to be standing before you today. I have received great support from these gentlemen and women of honor. I want to say that you guys, you are great. I dove my cap for you. I thank you for your support. I will continue to be your servant. Thank you very much. Finally, Mr. Chairman, I am an honor distinguished guests. Please permit me to appreciate my predecessors in office. I am only riding on the legacies you built. The chairman and members of BOT, you've been outstanding in your performances. I'd like to call on all my NEC members. Well, you have I've done that already. Thank you very much. I take advantage of this occasion to welcome all delegates, partners, guests to the opening ceremony of the 39th National Scientific Conference holding here in the city of Abuja, the seat of government. I have no doubt that you will find this conference intellectually stimulating and socially refreshing. I invite you to take time to enjoy all the programs that has been specifically designed for the maximum benefit of everyone. I welcome you to Abuja. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for the national chairman of the association.
I want to, thank you very much, call on Mrs. Sunday Ike for the check. Please, if you're around. While I'm doing that, I want to recognize my wife. She's here. Mrs. Mayowa Okpeyemi Adekola, please stand up for recognition. You can see the beautiful woman. That's the tonic for chairman. Thank you very much. Please sit down. Where's she? All right. On behalf of the Association of Community Pharmacists, well, this is nothing but a check of 3.5 million to support your family for the demise of our colleague. Sunday Ike was a very good guy with us, a very active community pharmacist. Unfortunately, he has to be taken away at the prime of his age. Well, there's nothing we can do more than this, but we continue to assure you whatever support that is within our capacity to render to the family. Thank you very much, madam. God bless you. Just permit me to present the declaration we are going to be signing tomorrow to the Honorable Minister. This is very unique. Thank you very much. This declaration was done in Astana last year by WHO and FIP by May, and by October, again, the same declaration was done in Ankara for the European region. Today, tomorrow, by God's grace, we are going to be doing the same declaration. It is a commitment of community pharmacy to deliver primary care in Nigeria. Mr. Minister, I hope we will have your support. I hope you will help us to sign this declaration so that going forward, community pharmacists can have their rate of place. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for the national chairman of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, Dr. Samuel Adekola. Several demands have been made by the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, and the Honorable Minister of Health has listened, and he will be coming up to give his message and also his response to the many demands of the association. A round of applause for the Honorable Minister of Health, Sage Hanire, as he comes up to give his remarks. A round of applause, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The chairman in absentia, His Excellency Dr. Kayode Fayemi, Your Excellency, the Governor of Ondo State, special guest of honor, I welcome you. The Chair of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria and the Chair of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, members of the executive, I welcome you all and bring you greetings from the Ministry of Health. I am honored to address the 39th National Scientific Conference of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria with the theme, Optimizing Primary Healthcare Services in Nigeria. The tag UDT 2020 is timely, considering the global public health challenge of the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak. Unity among healthcare professionals, especially in this case, community pharmacists, is desirable for effective healthcare delivery and also responding to the COVID-19 infection in Nigeria. We must all work together in unity to deliver quality healthcare to our citizens. The government recognizes the important role of community pharmacists within the healthcare delivery system. Community pharmacists are often the first point of call for patients across the country because they provide basic pharmaceutical advice and services. The Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria plays, therefore, a pivotal role in patient counseling, drug screening, first aid, and in some cases, treatment of common ailments such as malaria and common cold. COVID-19 has reminded us all to be cautious with all health challenges. However, we are confident in your ability to make the right decisions and the necessary referrals based on your sound professional judgment without any prejudice. Community pharmacies remain the major and in some cases the only source of medicines and health products in certain communities around the country. It is well noted that your contributions are fundamental to the already overburdened healthcare delivery system. And it is expected, however, that we ensure the provision of quality, safe and efficacious medicines and health products, in addition to offering basic pharmaceutical care services. The universal health coverage is squarely at the center of the health policy of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, and government is counting on your support to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, especially SDG 3. As the Ministry of Health works to scale up primary healthcare centers to one functional primary healthcare center per political ward, which will give us about 9,844, many more opportunities will arise for community pharmacists in the country in our journey to universal health coverage. Let me say quite clearly that the government values the significant contributions and involvement of community pharmacists in the global antimicrobial resistance surveillance system, GLASS, which was established in the year 2015. The global antimicrobial resistance surveillance system is intended to support global surveillance and research to strengthen the evidence base on antimicrobial resistance and inform decision-making to drive national, regional, and global action. The essence of this is to avoid antimicrobial abuse and antibiotic abuse and the consequence of emergent resistant strains that defy treatment options. However, there still remain obvious instances for rational use of antimicrobial agents. I want to commend the distinguished members of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria for contributing your quota towards making Nigeria's health system robust, resilient, and reliable. I enjoin you to scale up your own self-regulatory function and to come out strongly against any professional misconduct amongst you, and also to uphold the ethics and values of your double profession as enshrined in the pharmacist's oath of office. I want to congratulate you specially on successfully hosting this event and for the sound turnout despite the challenge of COVID-19. And I want to hope and also commend you for keeping very well to the guidelines as provided by the PTF. Before I take my seat, I want to let you know that I shall be leaving immediately because there is a meeting with the Secretary to the Government, which I'm due for. It is long since past, and they have called a few times. So I'll beg your indulgence to leave from here. But before that, I want to wish you all a very fruitful scientific session and nice and fruitful conference in this beautiful city of Abuja, in this serene environment of the Federal Capital Territory. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Thank you so much, sir, for your presence and for your very kind remarks. Please put your hands together for Dr. Osage Ehanire, Honorable Minister of Health, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you so much. Of course, with all of our distinguished representation, all of the remarks that we have received, we believe it's a good time for some entertainment and an experience of the FCT hospitality. And so we have the FCT cultural troupe here represented in a presentation. Thank you very much, FCT Cultural Troop. Ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy that? Please put your hands together as we appreciate the very, very distinguished cultural troop of the FCT. Thank you very much. Wonderful presentation. Always look forward to having them do what they do and do it very, very well. Once again, please put your hands together for the cultural troop. Of course, as the program progressed, we had quite a number of guests join us, many of them on the entourage of We had quite a number of distinguished guests who joined us on the entourage of Arakuni Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, San, the governor of Ondo State. Mr. Governor, you're welcome once again, sir. Thank you very much. I have adopted myself as your son, seeing that I'm the only one who looks like you here in the hall today. I am your son, sir. I will follow you back to Ondo State. Thank you very much, sir, for being here. On that entourage, we also had the Deputy Governor-elect, Honorable Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much, sir. You're very, very welcome. We have the Chairman of the APC Ondo State, Engineer Ade Timeyin. Please put your hands together for him. You're very, very welcome. Also on that entourage, we have the Secretary to the State Government, Honorable Temitayo Oluwatuyi. Thank you very much, sir, for being here. We have the Head of Service, Mr. Dare Aragbaye. Please put your hands together for him. We have the Commissioner for Finance, Honorable Wale Akinterinwa, also here. We have the Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Honorable Donald Ajogo. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much for being here, sirs. Special Advisor to the Governor, Public and Intergovernmental Affairs, Mrs. Bumi Ademosu. Please put your hands together for her. Thank you very much, ma'am, for being here. We also have the Accountant General, Mr. Laolu Akindolire, I believe. Please put your hands together for him. Forgive me if I didn't get that right. My in-laws are from Ondo State, and so I'm still working hard on getting all the names correctly. Executive Secretary, Ondo State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Francis Akinbiemu is here. Please put your hands together for him all the way at the back. Thank you very, very much for your presence. Right now, we're going to be inviting upstage, virtually, he's joining us all the way from Switzerland. I'm sure you saw a picture come up at some point there. President, International Pharmaceutical Federation, in the person of President Dominic Jordan, for his keynote address this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together physically for the virtual presentation.
Honorable representative of the government, dear colleagues, it's my pleasure to have the opportunity to join live your Congress today. The wonder of the technology, I see that we have time. It's also 11:05 p.m. in Switzerland. But we don't have the same weather. It's snowing in Switzerland, and as I can imagine, it's quite hot in Abuja. I will not be too long because I know that you have a very dense Congress with a lot of opportunity to learn a lot. But it's important for me to mention that COVID-19 this year is very affected all over the world. And as you can see, I am in my pharmacy, and we have the opportunity to be a pilot for quick testing for COVID-19, and since 2 weeks we are testing the people, and this is a big opportunity for pharmacists. And so this is a challenging time, but as I said, also one of opportunity. The pandemic has opened people's eyes to the high value of pharmacy. Our profession has demonstrated its expertise, strength, courage, and dedication to healthcare to the highest level. And we have seen a number of heads of state and health ministers publicly thanking pharmacists for their services. Moreover, through necessity, COVID-19 has removed a number of obstacles to expansion of pharmacy services. Development that we have been advocating are happening more quickly. And we are seeing legislative changes to allow pharmacists to administer vaccines, conduct testing, and offer telepharmacy consultations in places where they were not able to before. But perhaps the greatest progress we have seen this year is in the field of pharmacy vaccination. And as you know, vaccination is one of the most successful, safe, and cost-effective health interventions of all time, second only to clean water. And I see our role as a pharmacist in administering vaccines expanding, with more pharmacists able to vaccinate, and the range of vaccines they are able to administer increasing. And FIP is supporting the profession with this. Colleagues, the COVID pandemic has made visible all the benefits of having competent pharmacists and a dense network of pharmacies. I don't want to dismiss the dramatic impact of this pandemic, but the burden of diseases that existed before COVID-19 remain, and some are likely to worsen because of the socio-economic problems brought about by COVID-19. Sadly, over 1 million people have died from COVID-19. But for instance, 1.6 million people died of diabetes in 2016. And antimicrobial resistance has not gone away. Problems in health systems have not evaporated. And new pandemics are possible. In order for pharmacies to continue to contribute to our health systems fully, we must ensure that we are prepared and that our services are sustainable. That means education and the right remuneration for our services. The future and the potential of our profession are exciting, but we must be ready in terms of skills and in terms of having enough pharmacists. But I am sure that your presence in Congress proves that the pharmacists are willing to be well educated. They are willing to contribute to the health systems. Healthcare needs and patient demands have changed tremendously and are changing even more rapidly at this challenging time of COVID-19. It is essential that pharmacists become more integrated in health systems, and it is essential that we work together to anticipate the challenges, and it is essential that we work together with other healthcare professionals in order to provide universal health coverage. As you know, FIP is on your side and will support your effort to play a bigger role in your health system. And I am sure that the 21st century will be the century of the pharmacist, because we will have a big role to play for our population, for the benefit of our. So I thank you very much for your attention. I stay brief and I let you enjoy the rest of the Congress. A big thank you for your invitation, for the organization, and I wish you press, and I hope that we will meet again face to face in Sevi in September 2021. I make you a promise. When we are finished with lockdowns, with travel bans, I will visit your country. Thank you very much for your attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. That was a presidential promise. We will have an August visitor very soon. Hopefully, things will come back to normal.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir, for your presentation.
Was my pleasure.
Thank you very much. Please put your hands together once again. Can you just wave?
Thank you. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. And so we continue with our presentations here this afternoon. We're going to be taking some very short remarks from certain very important people here with us and who hold the fort for us in the FCT. We have the chairman, Acpn FCT, pharmacist Wiep Nenkap, who will be coming forth for a 1-minute remark. Please put your hands together for him as he comes forward. Acpn FCT chairman. FCT, let's make him feel at home. Put your hands together. Welcome, sir.
1 minute cannot be enough for me. Thank you, MC. Thank you, Chairman. 1 minute cannot be enough for me. Today is a great day for the Association of the Community Pharmacists of Nigeria. I duly observe all protocols standing on the existing one. As we start the 39th Annual National Scientific Conference, Unity 2020, with the theme, Optimizing Primary Health Care Delivery in Nigeria, Community Pharmacists on Tap Potentials. I especially thank God Almighty that a day like this is coming to pass, considering where we are coming from, the COVID-19 pandemic, which led to a complete shutdown of the country with FCT inclusive, and the recent NSAS protests, which started well and ended in the hands of the enemies of the country that almost threw us into anarchy. Tagging this conference, Unity 2020, was carefully selected. I give this to the CPC. To buttress the essentiality of unity, which has never lost its golden appeal over the ages, and nobody has come forward to deny its importance in the human existence. The whole creation was crafted upon this singular word, unity. As seen from the Holy Bible when God said, let us. Kings and emperors of old have stood to defy obstacles and define reigns of years and decades through this word, unity. I want to Sam Adekola Adekoke, who foresees the need for this conference to hold in Abuja the center of unity and seat of power, to showcase the community pharmacies to the nation as an untapped potential in primary healthcare delivery. I thank the president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Mazi Sam Wabua, for giving us the courage to hold this conference here at this time. Special thanks to the National Executive Council of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, NEC, cooperating with the national chairman to bring up a conference like this at the International Conference Center. I thank the LOC, Local Organizing Committee, who worked tirelessly to give this conference a face. I thank all the zonal leaders in FCT for their immense support in ensuring the success of this conference. I welcome delegates to the 39th Annual Conference, Unity 2020. Have a fruitful stay while you look forward to relocating to Abuja. You're welcome.
Please put your hands together for him once again. Thank you so much, Pharmacist Wiyep Nankap. Even after you said 1 minute would be enough, I mean, you did your best to keep it within good time. We'll take another quick remark from the chairman, PSN FCT, in the person of pharmacist Jalili Kilani. Please put your hands together for pharmacist Kilani. Pharmacist Kilani coming forward. Please keep clapping. Keep clapping for a very quick remark. You're very welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Good evening, distinguished colleagues. All protocols duly observed. I want to welcome all of us to the Center of Unity for the 39th Annual National Scientific Conference of the Acpn. The conference will have held in July, but due to the pandemic, we thought our hopes were lost. But for the doggedness of the national chairman of the Acpn and the entire NEC members of Acpn, that this conference must hold. And thank God it is holding today. Being the chairman of PSN, Abuja, in fact, the inaugural meeting of the LOC, I was part of it, and then we were all planning. But when there was that break, and we were afraid that there would be no conference, but the chairman national kept on saying that we must have a conference. And thank God we were able to have the PSN conference in Omoluabi, that's in Oshogo, and that gave us the impetus that this conference must hold. And then we have been working tirelessly, and here we are. So I want to welcome all of us to the Center of Unity, the ambience. Let us try to enjoy ourselves. Let's enjoy the intellectual benefits that we're going to get from this conference, and then let us not forget the social interaction. I welcome all of you. Have a beautiful stay.
Thank you very much, Pharmacist Jalili. Thank you so much. We do appreciate you. Please put your hands together for him once again. And we continue with remarks, but while we were taking those remarks, we had another august guest join us, the representative of Senator Matthew Urogide, in the person of Barrister Nedu Imaseun, a senior legislative aide, joined us here. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much for being here. Senator Urogide is one of our awardees who we will be giving an award a little later today. For the next remark, we will be taking a message from the Registrar, Pharmacists Council of Nigeria, Pharmacist Dr. Elijah Mohammed, FPSN, FPC, Farm, FNIM. Please put your hands together for him as he comes forward.
The chairman of this occasion, His Excellency the Governor of Ekiti State. I also want to recognize His Excellency the Governor of Ondo State, and my dear Honorable Minister who has just left, the PSM President, and other distinguished colleagues and guests that are here with us. I bring to you, Acpn, warm salutation and glad tidings from the staff and management of Pharmacists Council of Nigeria for the successful planning and hosting of the 39th National Scientific Conference of the Association of Community Pharmacists in Nigeria, holding here in FCT Abuja. I'm particularly commending the courage of the Acpn leadership for getting the National Scientific Conference to hold as planned, in spite of the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, which, however, is gradually winding off in Nigeria as citizens are continually advised to comply with the COVID-19 preventive protocols. Please permit me to use this opportunity to acknowledge and appreciate all the community pharmacists in Nigeria in the way you optimize your practice and have conducted yourself ethically while delivering exceptional services as we all strive to contain this COVID-19 pandemic. The theme of this year's conference, titled Optimizing Primary Healthcare Delivery in Nigeria, Community Pharmacists Untapped Potentials, is a well-chosen topic for interrogation by this category of pharmaceutical sector, that's the Acpn. It is important to note that primary healthcare in Nigeria is one aspect of healthcare delivery system that is faced with many challenges. Many PHC centers in the country are inadequately equipped with healthcare professionals and equipment. The policy direction of the federal government to achieve universal health coverage in Nigeria needs to focus on revitalizing the PHC centers in Nigeria and much focus also on Acpn members. Furthermore, the state of the PHC system has created an overburden on the private sector, and their role becomes more prominent with the healthcare system. We all know that studies have revealed that the private health sector in Nigeria accounts for over 58% of the health services provision. We are also aware that the community pharmacists are part of the private health sector-driven primary healthcare facilities sited within the communities, which are the first point of care for basic healthcare services by majority of Nigerians seeking healthcare services. I want to assure the members that Pharmacy Council of Nigeria has initiated discussion with the primary healthcare agency to put in place full recognition of the community pharmacists in all aspects and ramifications in primary healthcare. Generally, community pharmacists are required to ensure availability, affordability, and accessibility of quality, safe, and efficacious drugs to their community. Aside the above, there are many untapped potentials of community pharmacists, which we should not lose sight of. This includes the emergence of pharmaceutical care and the collaborative drug therapy management, which is globally practiced. Furthermore, there is need for community pharmacists to be involved in public health intervention programs. The current corona pandemic is a good example, and I commend the community pharmacists for the professional role they have demonstrated so far in various ways to contain COVID-19 pandemic in the country. The effective use of information and technology systems to share ideas on approach to healthcare issues and distribution of essential drugs and commodities using system approach is an area community pharmacists can tap into for more effective service delivery. The above gaps are many more, which time may not permit me to mention here, can only be achieved or accomplished through a concerted effort. Pharmacists Council of Nigeria, as a regulatory authority, will collaborate with the community pharmacists in ensuring that adequate policy framework and a seamless regulatory environment are provided to enable community pharmacists achieve the numerous untapped potentials. This we strongly believe will make our primary healthcare services more useful to Nigerians. If the CHOOS and related bodies can be allowed to do certain things, I don't see why pharmacists, with all the trainings they have at their disposal, should not take responsibilities of certain aspects of primary healthcare in Nigeria. On a final note, I wish to congratulate the leadership of Acpn for successful mounting the conference, and thank you for inviting me to be part of this august occasion. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together again once to recognize and appreciate your comments. Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with our remarks for the afternoon. There's definitely a litany of guests here who we have to hear from at this very august event, and we are doing our best to make good of this opportunity this afternoon. And this is why we want to, at this moment, give 2 minutes to the Chairman, Board of Fellows, FPSN, represented here by Sir Ike John Ugu, who will come forward and give us a remark just for 2 minutes. Please put your hands together as we welcome Sir Ike up the stage.
The chairman of the occasion, distinguished members of the front table, I am tempted to say that I stand on the existing protocols, but my weight, and I don't know how strong the existing protocol is, so I would like to sit beside, in a safe distance, on the existing protocol. But I have a very happy duty to perform, and that is to bring you a goodwill message from the chairman of the Board of Fellows. Many of you know who the Board of Fellows chair is. She's a professor, and she has a lot of national honors. So I am really deeply honored to represent such a caliber of a woman. She's written a speech, but because of time constraints, I'll just abridge a few things that she said. The most important thing is that we know that the Board of Fellows is a select group of pharmacists who've been honored by the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria because of past work done and because of what they represent to the society. We are very happy that the Acpn is able to plan and hold the 39th annual scientific conference, especially at this time that it's really tough for everyone. So she asked me to congratulate us and then to wish us the best conference so that we come up with successful deliberations on the theme of the conference, which is optimizing primary healthcare service delivery in Nigeria, especially the untapped potential of the community pharmacists. She's asking me to give the best wishes of the board to all the members and all the delegates and all the guests that are here present, and to wish that we have a very successful conference. On behalf of the Board of Fellows Chairman, Professor Mrs. Mbang Femi Oyewo, I have just delivered her beautiful message to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the role of standards in pharmaceutical products cannot be overemphasized. And at this time, we want to bring on stage the Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Madam Farouk Salim, for his goodwill message. Please, a round of applause as he comes on stage. Welcome, sir.
I think the host is trying to get me in trouble. The role of standard in the industry, not in the drugs. So NAFDAC should take notice on that. I'd like to just appreciate and thank the community pharmacist. Being a pharmacist, when I was a little younger, I tried to be a community pharmacist. That experiment lasted 2 weeks. It's very hard, it's very difficult, it's very demanding. Your customers are sick, are impatient, they want solution to their problems. The drug companies want profit for their medicine, and the community expect honesty from you, and that's why the community pharmacists historically have been the most trusted professionals in the country. The difficulty of being a community pharmacist is so hard. You are a pharmacist, you are a medical professional, you are a priest, you are a psychologist, you are a businessman. You have to balance your... And most of all, every day you leave your pharmacy, you risk your life. And example of that brave lady coming to get that award for her husband. I bow, lady, and I'm very sorry about your loss. And we bear the pain of that loss. May you have the forbearance to bear it. So can we give her a round of applause, please? Being a clinical pharmacist all my life, like I said, I have nothing but respect and appreciation for community pharmacists. As a standard organization director, we are willing and able to help you. Some of you who are trying to import items, we have SunCap, and we are willing to make sure we give you as much of a concession as possible, because we know the services you give to our community, especially in the community like ours in Nigeria, where healthcare is still growing. So the community pharmacy is the #1 port of call and is the last port of call for most people. Once again, thank you very much. God bless you, and I wish you the best.
Thank you very much, Director General of Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, Malam Farouk Salim. A round of applause again for him, please. Next on the goodwill message is the remarks of Chairman of the Acpn Board of Trustees, Dr. UNO Nwaga, FPSN, FNA Farm, MNI. Please, a round of applause for him as he steps on stage.
Let me appreciate our chairman, even in absentia, and His Excellencies that are here, His Excellency from the Governor of Ondo State, and my president of the PSN, past presidents, fellows, and let me also acknowledge the DG's SON. I like your short presentation. It's quite heartwarming. Let me also acknowledge members of the Board of Trustees of Acpn Nigeria who are also here, and indeed all of us. I want to thank the chairman of Acpn and his ESCO for keeping the flag flying, holding the conference here, and keeping up the standards that we've always maintained in community pharmacy. I last served as the chairman a little more than 20 years ago. Perhaps the theme of this conference for a long time is going to be, okay, let me see, the registrar is not here, before he strikes out my name from the register of pharmacists. The theme, perhaps, is one of the most important things that is staring at us to the face at this period. And I do know that at the last PCN Council meeting, issues like this came up. I'm glad the president of PSN is here. And I think that arising from this meeting, Mr. President of PSN will lead us to establish a committee, a working committee with the PCN and other stakeholders, because whether we like it or not, the COVID pandemic has thrust it on us that government has no choice than to recognize community pharmacists in the primary healthcare scheme. No choice. The president of FIP is a community pharmacist. You can see him in his pharmacy. And that's where we are going. If we have to optimize healthcare delivery in Nigeria, we have to bring in over 20,000 community pharmacists into the scheme of things. So I think we need to take this conference very seriously. I'm glad the president of PSN is seated here with us. And arising from this conference, we will have to put heads together and be part of the budget and healthcare delivery that is going on in Nigeria for the betterment of this country, because a lot is going out there and people are crying for help. Once again, let us enjoy this conference and let us ensure that when we get back to our practices, we will try to be those primary healthcare providers that we are supposed to be. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, let me congratulate the chairman of Acpn for this well put out conference, and we will work together, put hands together to make sure that we improve healthcare delivery in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly recognize some of the dignitaries are present here. Representing the Minister of Women Affairs, Dame Pauline Talon, is the Acting Director of Women Development of the Ministry, Mrs. Oladipo Funke. A round of applause for the Minister. Also, the Zonal Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Bauchi, Mr. Rotimi Adeleye, is also in our midst. We acknowledge the support of the chairman of the Acpn, chairman of NAPA, and the chairman of the NAIP for the support for the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria. A round of applause for these groups. We will be taking a remark from the president of the Nigeria Academy of Pharmacy, Prince Julius Adeluyi, OFR MNI. It is a recorded message to the gathering, and we'll be taking that for about 5 minutes. If it's ready, please, let's have Prince Julius Adeluyi.
Eminent invitees, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, not forgetting my colleagues, my lords, pharmaceutical. I feel very honored and privileged to have the opportunity of saying a few words at this important conference. Permit me to begin by saluting the former leaders of this profession because they have been responsible in part for ensuring the existence of the ACPN and strengthening it. In this connection also, I especially recognize the president, the current president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Mazi Samuel Ohwabonwa. My dear Sam, you started your tenure strong. May you finish strong. Permit me also to appreciate pharmacist Adekola, the chairman of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, and the organizers of this conference. It's not easy to organize a conference of this magnitude, given the current local and global challenges of movement and communication. But I know that pharmacists are gifted organizers. That's one of the reasons why I am proud to be a pharmacist, and I am proud of pharmacy. So here in Nigeria, what I recommend is that you members of the ACPN do your work professionally and ethically to earn respect and integrity, and be invited from time to time to positions of leadership, not only within the ACPN, but also of the society as a whole. You are given the DNA pharmaceutically to play such important roles. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am particularly pleased that this conference has chosen as a theme the need to optimize the role of the pharmacist in the primary health care. Together pharmacists, the demographics always show that the pharmacists in community practice or general practice are always more in number, and revitalize our enthusiasm towards professional practice. It is time for us to recharge the positive spirit of making every pharmacist proud and confident. The welfare of our members, the survival of our members, the security of the businesses and the growth of such businesses. We have such leaders in quantum in our midst. All we need to do is nurture them. As an association of the Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, I charge you with the responsibility of being in the midst of planners who would promote unity and who would identify leadership for tomorrow. Because it's only by being united in purpose, by having a very good leadership system, by thinking together, moving together, planning together, that we can succeed. If we are united, if we have good leadership, there is no force, there's no challenge that pharmacists cannot turn to their own advantage. In your deliberations, may God bless us with wisdom for good conclusions and decisions. I thank you once more for inviting me.
A round of applause for the President, Nigeria Academy of Pharmacy in absentia, Prince Julius Adeluyi, who is also the chairman of Julie Pharmacy. A round of applause once again for him, please. Now, for many of us who may not be aware, the pharmacies have an anthem, and these events provides an opportunity for us to listen to the anthem of the pharmacies. And Chairman, Association of Lady Pharmacists of Nigeria, Pharmacist Mrs. Victoria Iku, will be leading us on this. Pharmacist Mrs. Victoria Iku, kindly come forward and bring up your team for the anthem of the pharmacists. And thereafter, we will be having the pharmacist president's address from pharmacist Mazi Sam Ohambuwa, PSN, FNA, FAM, OFR, MON, NPOM, after the anthem of the pharmacists.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. And permit me to stay on the established protocols. I'm supposed to give some remarks before I usher in my ladies. So on behalf of Association of Lady Pharmacists, I want to congratulate the Association of Community Pharmacists, the national chairman, and the entire membership of the Acpn on this occasion of their 39th National Scientific Conference, tagged Unity 2020, and it's indeed a scientific conference. And I was told it started yesterday. And the theme of this conference is optimizing primary healthcare services delivery in Nigeria, community pharmacists, untapped potential. Let me congratulate the Acpn for optimizing primary healthcare services in their different communities. They have started, and by the grace of God, we'll get there. And I also want to appreciate the community pharmacists for having a good relationship with their communities. I remember in 2018, when we hosted the AHAP conference in River State. I practiced in River State. It was a community, and we were planning medical outreach. It was a community pharmacist that led us to the Royal Highness of that community. He has a good relationship with the community and also with the palace. And wow, I was so proud to be a pharmacist. And also, I work as an hospital pharmacist before I retired. And with the devolving of our HIV clients to community pharmacies, we were really relieved in the hospital. And I want to congratulate the Association of Community Pharmacists for that. Congratulations. Let me use this opportunity. ALPS is an interest group, and we have enjoyed cooperation from all the technical groups, including the Acpn. I want to appreciate you for that. And let me tell us that the national chairman, Dr. Sam Adekola, was the one that revived ALPS in Ondo State. Until today, we have an effective ALPS in Ondo State. And let me use this opportunity to inform us that ALPS will be having a 14th biennial conference in Benue State. And I will appeal to community pharmacists, our Acpns, please help us announce this conference and make sure you are there. We have sent in letters to our chairman, state chairman. Please, we need your support. Thank you very much. At this hour, let me usher in my ladies, ALPS FCT, to come and render the pharmacy anthem, to usher in our PSN president to give his remarks. ALPS FCT. Okay.
So while they are arranging themselves to avoid a breach of protocol, I want to specially recognize a very important personality in our midst. That is the country representative, the country representative of WHO. Like I told you earlier on, he's going to preside over, he will be presiding over our session tomorrow as the chairman of the technical session with the development partners. So I recognize especially Geoffrey Namara, team lead, strategic aid information, WHO country office. Please stand up for recognition. Thank you very much. So tomorrow, we expect Dr. Molobos in the grand style. Thank you.
We'll be starting with the welcome song first before we proceed to the anthem. Welcome, great minds, to this conference. We hope to achieve great things. We are gathered in unity to stand together as one, making progress in our fields. We are pharmacists and we are proud to make changes in Nigeria. You are welcome to 2020 conference as men of honor. We join hands. You are welcome.
You are welcome to unity.
To stand together as one, making progress in our fields. We are pharmacists and we are proud to make changes in Nigeria. You are welcome to 2020 conference as men of honor. We join hands as men of honor. We join hands. We are pharmacists. We're proud of pharmacy.
Okay, please, non-pharmacists should sit down while pharmacists stand up as they take the anthem. Thank you.
We are pharmacists. We're proud of pharmacy. We're members of the glorious PSN. Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. As men of honor, we join hands for pharmacy. Pharmacy.
We are there.
Compounding.
We are there.
Dispensing.
We are
Drug
there.
detailing.
We are there.
Wholesaling.
We are there.
Politics.
We are there.
Nigerians. We are there.
Your Excellencies, the Governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu, SAN, Governor of Ekiti State, ably represented here, distinguished senators, honorable members of the National and State Assemblies here. Our Minister of Health has left. The Registrar of the Pharmacists Council of Nigeria, my past presidents who are here, I recognize Yuenu Wagar, Azubi Kokwo, and Olumide Akintayo. Fellows of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, fellows of the West African Postgraduate College of Pharmacists, fellows of National Academy of Pharmacy, and I need to especially welcome and acknowledge fellow Deji Oshinoike. Please clap for Deji. He's exemplary. He's an exemplary pharmacist in conduct, in character, in practice. I am so amazed by his ability to continue to play a fatherly role and participate in virtually every conference. Please clap for him again. Let me acknowledge all members of the NEC, of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, and all the past officers at all levels of our profession, including past officers of Acpn and other arms of the profession. Guest speakers, award recipients, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say that I am very thankful to God Almighty for the grace to be here and to have the opportunity to join you all at this 39th annual conference of Acpn. A few short weeks or months ago, no one was sure that this conference would hold, but thanks be to God we're here. The impact of COVID-19 has been very devastating globally, but Nigeria has indeed, and indeed much of Africa, have been largely spared. Again, nothing sufficiently explains this, what I call slap on the wrist by COVID-19. It's against a hard and devastating knock on the Western and most developed countries. I cannot ascribe anything to that difference except the grace of God. Let me applaud the leadership of Acpn for forging ahead with this conference, despite all the discouragement from different sources. We are pleased to welcome the very distinguished international guests at this seminar and all other guests, including pharmacists who are coming from other areas of practice, especially the DG of SON, who is our own donation to the federal government for managing standards. Please clap for the federal government for realizing that when it comes to standards and precision and integrity, pharmacists stand out. There can't be a better profession than that. We believe and thank these visitors and guests that they have faith in Nigeria. We ask them to keep the faith alive, for Nigeria is resetting and retooling. And soon the new Nigeria we have all prayed and hoped for will begin to emerge. The theme of this conference, Optimizing Primary Healthcare Service Delivery in Nigeria, Community Pharmacists' Untapped Potential, has been carefully chosen, and it signposts a renewed determination by community pharmacists to play more role in primary health care. Given the nearness of community pharmacists, the ordinary citizens of this country, in every state, every city, and in every local government area, it should follow naturally that they form a strong segment of the primary healthcare infrastructure and architecture. Unfortunately, our governments seem to have failed to recognize this role so far. I believe that one of the objectives for choosing this theme for this conference is to drive home this point and to invite governments at all levels to take advantage of this to improve the performance of the primary healthcare system in Nigeria. The hitherto myopic concentration on government-built primary health centers, PSCs, as the sole infrastructure or facility for delivering primary health care to the teeming Nigerians has contributed to the low impact of the health statistics, to the low impact on the health statistics of our people at the local government areas. This is because most of these PHCs are poorly resourced and have been chronically unable to provide satisfactory primary care to the needy. A kind of collaborative system where community pharmacists can be formally linked with the primary health centers should fill the perennial resource gap and assure
primary healthcare users of constant availability of essential medicines and other medical consumables. The community pharmacist of today, who is most likely to be a PharmD holder and a clinical pharmacist, possesses the competencies and skills to support an effective, functional, and impactful healthcare system. To achieve this, the healthcare managers in our country must adopt a new paradigm that sees every healthcare personnel or worker as a national asset that can be effectively deployed or accessed to meet the healthcare needs of the citizens. The current rigidity and limited vision must be jettisoned. We cannot have all these healthcare professionals all over the country, well-trained, yet we act as if they didn't exist. And sometimes seem to think that the healthcare consists of only one professional group. It's not true. Every healthcare professional person has been properly trained and can share, shift, and manage roles that can help to optimize the professional competencies that will bring and make better impact. The current, as I said, the UK, for example, is repurposing many pharmacists and nurses to carry out primary healthcare provision in place of scarce medical doctors who have moved on to other assignments. That's the progression. I am impressed, anyway, by the cast of special guests and guest speakers at this conference, especially seeing the governors that are here and the ministers and members of the National Assembly who have come to grace this occasion. And I'm also impressed by the international audience at this meeting. I believe that attendees at this conference will receive value for the additional sacrifice many have made to be here after Omoloabi 2020. The PSN National Conference, which was held about 2 weeks ago, was a knockout, and I trust that those who missed it may recover some lost or some bit from here. And for those of us who are to Shobo, this meeting will be like a beautiful dessert that will help complete the digestion of the wonderful menu we had in Oshobo. Those who miss both conferences will certainly run the risk of going into 2021 on empty stomach, or as I would say, empty brain, pharmaceutically speaking. As we relish the humble achievements of 2020, tempered by the COVID-19 pandemic, let me assure all community pharmacists that we shall continue to work hand in gloves with the Acpn to ensure a more professional and profitable practice environment. Our consultant pharmacists will begin to occupy their hard-won places in the healthcare system. Our battle to protect our pharmacists from multiple regulation and harassment will be won, and entrenchment of new practice opportunities will prosper. And that's why I'm happy that we had a wonderful keynote that was prime and proper, short, but hidden. I wish that more government people were here, but I'm happy that Governor Keredolu was here, and he'll tell the rest of the governors and pass to the federal government that pharmacists are being underutilized in this country. And you can see another pharmacist in our country talking about they're already vaccinating, they are doing tests on COVID-19. And yet Nigeria pretends that other people do not exist, except one professional group that must do all the tests. That is why we're where we are. I don't know why this is happening, but I'm glad you are here, sir. And I know who you are. Having been a very strong member of the NBA, and I'm sure you're going to take this message to the rest of the... It's for the good of our people, not for the good of pharmacists. Because you don't waste your resources training people, and then you utilize them. I don't understand the meaning. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say that in return, we ask for unity of purpose and cooperation from all pharmacists in every practice setting, so that as men of honor, we will continue to join hands to raise our professional image as we offer the state-of-the-art pharmaceutical care to our patients, to our clients, and to our customers. I wish you all a very great conference, and I'm
also taking this opportunity to wish you a happy new year ahead. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
A rousing ovation. Please stand to your feet. It's our president. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you so much for a very engaging session. Thank you very much, sir. Please, you may be seated. By way of recognition, we have the representative of the DG of NAFDAC here this afternoon, Pharmacist Fori Tatama. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much, sir, for being here. He's been here all day. In the field of pharmacy, it is common knowledge that there is always something new. New developments, new innovations, and today we'll be interacting with one of those new innovations once again. From the Age Well group, we have a media presentation here which will usher us into a product launch. We'll be inviting our chairman, Acpn, Dr. Samuel Adekola, as he comes forward. He will be doing the endorsement while we are introduced to this new product from Age Well.
It is imperative that wealth without health is worthless, and life without healthy living is useless. Life is so precious and priceless. Living healthy, therefore, adds great meaning to it. We strive to deliver quality healthcare that adds ultimate value to life, bringing back the family joy. Hence, our over 2 decades innovative perseverance has birthed a noble discovery in virgin coconut oil. It contains 3 healthy saturated fatty acids known as caprylic acid, lauric acid, and capric acid, which make up about 62% of the oil content. These saturated but soluble fats are the most beneficial fats on the planet Earth. Moreover, about 1,500 research studies have proven that virgin coconut oil is the healthiest food property ever known, and this claim has earned it the name superfood and the tree as the tree of life. It had been also ascertained that virgin coconut oil accounts for 28 health benefits. Hence, we cold-pressed this nutrient-filled, wonderful oil into soft capsules to evolve Age Well Virgin Coconut Oil Capsules. The 28 health benefits of Age Well Virgin Coconut Oil Capsules include a proven natural treatment for Alzheimer's disease, the digestion of medium-chain fatty acids, MCFAs, in Age Well Virgin Coconut Oil Capsules by the liver creates ketones, which are readily accessible by the brain cells for energy. Ketones supply energy to the brain without the need for insulin to process glucose into energy. Also, it has been proven that the brain creates its own insulin to process glucose to power the brain cells. However, this ability of the brain is lost in an Alzheimer's patient. But the ketones from Age Well Virgin Coconut Oil Capsules offer an alternative source of energy to repair the brain cells and restore maximum and excellent function. As a natural prevention and treatment of cancer, Age Well Virgin Coconut Oil Capsules has 2 key qualities that help to fight cancer. Its ketones content prevents the tumor cells from accessing the energy in the ketones, while the MCFA's content digests the lipid walls of the Helicobacter pylori bacteria, which are known to increase the risk of stomach and colon cancer cells more efficiently for intellectual performance and mental stability. It boosts energy and endurance. Virgin coconut oil is easy to digest, provides a longer sustainable energy and increased metabolism. The MCFAs of age-well virgin coconut oil capsules are converted directly into energy without stress on the liver. Today, most long-distance event athletes use virgin coconut oil as the source of their longer sustainable energy. Pancreas. Moreover, due to its solubility and ease in digestion, it reduces the gallbladder disease. It improves skin issues such as burns, eczema, dermatitis, and psoriasis. This wonderful virgin coconut oil acts as a moisturizer and screen to the skin, preventing it from infections. The caprylic and lauric acids reduce the inflammation of the skin, both internal and external. They promote blood circulation, helping oxygen transport to the skin. Moreover, the antioxidant and antimicrobial properties of the MCFAs in age-well virgin coconut oil capsules provide healing to damaged skin cells and fight harmful candida. Through diabetes. However, the MCFAs of age-well virgin coconut oil capsules help to balance the insulin reactions in the cells to promote healthy digestive process, removing the strain on the pancreas. This gives the body a consistent energy source, independent of the glucose reactions, thereby preventing insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. It aids weight loss and treatment for obesity. The nutrient-filled MCFAs in age-well virgin coconut oil capsules help to burn off fats and calories, converting them directly to energy. As treatment for candida and yeast infections, the capric and lauric acids in virgin coconut oil make for an effective treatment for candida albicans and yeast infections. An effective anti-aging therapy. Age-well virgin coconut oil. The powerful and efficient process of the MCFAs in the body. Age-well virgin coconut oil capsules. The science of aging well. Secret to longevity. Age-well virgin coconut oil capsules is a product of Age-well Healthcare Incorporated, USA, and marketed in Nigeria by Age-well Healthcare Limited, Lagos. www.agewellhealthcare.com.
Thank you very much, Age-well. On behalf of all of us, I want to invite one of our distinguished guests to come up with me, and that is in person of Honorable Dr. Kakali Shuni, a member representing Sokoto and double hustle as a member of House Committee on Primary Health Care Services in Nigeria. This gentleman, please sir, walk up. This gentleman is one advocate of community pharmacies in the House. He was supposed to be with us in the morning, but he couldn't make it because of the current situation in the country. And here is with me. So, sir, you are going to help us to unveil this product. On behalf of our community pharmacy in Nigeria, you will please go ahead. Go ahead. Yes. Thank you very much. All right. All right. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, I want to say that, distinguished guests, this product has been endorsed by the Association of Community Pharmacies of Nigeria. So please, it is recommended as our product, and we encourage everyone who's come to this conference to please go home with one. Honorable, please, can we take one? Yes. And I want to say on behalf of Age-well management, please, all our distinguished guests, I'm not talking of pharmacists now, all our distinguished in the row must get a pack of this as a product that Association of Community Farmers of Nigeria has endorsed. So please go around and serve all our guests so that they will be the first testimonial of this product. Thank you very much. Thank you, Edward. Honorable, thank you very much for the wonderful work. Thank you. I'd like to recognize especially Engineer Ifeoluwa Oyedele, Executive Director, Niger Delta Power Holding Company of Nigeria. Please stand up for recognition. It's in the entourage of Mr. Governor. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now.
All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the national awards and recognitions proper, we have a separate award that will be going to the national chairman of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria and the registrar of the Pharmacists Council of Nigeria. And this will be done by pharmacist Larry Bale, the managing director of House Consulting Group. Can we have you on stage? Pharmacist Larry Bale, managing director, House Consulting Group. A round of applause for him as he comes on stage, please. The Registrar of the Pharmacists Council of Nigeria, if he's here, please come on stage.
Okay. My name is Larry Bale. About 2 years ago, the Pharmacists Council of Nigeria engaged my services as consultant and started the transformation program, which has provided a number of inputs. And so what we see today as a center of discussion has to do with some of the activity that the Pharmacists Council has actually put in place in the last 2 years. It was informed by a job that was done under a group. I saw some of the members here today. The strategy group that was put together about 4 years ago by the previous President Yakasai of PSN. And it was the result of that work that provided some of the inputs that led to the focus on the pharmacies, community pharmacies are primary health care providers. It's on that note that we'd like to give a very special recognition to Double Prophet, who has played a very key role. He has provided a link between House Consulting with Integrate, with SFH, in order to carry out a number of work, which he mentioned today. And we are happy to present this to him in recognition of the transformation that has taken place within the primary health care sector. On behalf of House Consulting, on behalf of those who believe in pharmacists' role, primary role in primary health care delivery, we'd like to give this to celebrate Dr. N.A.E. Mohammed, a celebration of transformation leader. Congratulations. Sorry, sir. Okay.
Thank you very much. Let's quickly have the pictures taken.
I just have one more to give. No, not to you. So,
we'll help you take this to your seat, sir.
When we completed the 5,000 survey, the Association of Community Pharmacists wanted us to do another survey and provide another report for the purpose of use of WHO, USAID, and pharmacists. And the survey of community pharmacy that was done nationwide showed precisely that the community pharmacists were already deeply involved in primary health care, and that there were some areas that required further training. So last year in Kano, some training were done which covered financial literacy, strategy development, business analysis, and yesterday some training were done that covered leadership, ethics, governance, and marketing. So on that note, we'd like to present this to another transformation leader in the person of the chairman of Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, Dr. Samuel Adekola. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Also, that should give you.
We are seriously. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. We are just getting to where we were going. Since money, the highs on the cake of this year's conference, and that is talking about the series of awards, the national award for this year conference, this very unique year conference. Community pharmacies of Nigeria are taking decision to recognize individuals, groups that have contributed, not in a small way, but in a very great way, to the cause of community pharmacy in Nigeria and even pharmacy practice. And we also look at individuals who have, for whatever reasons, are no more, but looking at their history, who has been very, very formidable in their time in terms of contribution to the growth and development of Nigeria, particularly in human capacity building. Last year, we honor in this category the former governor of Ondo State, who was late, and that is Pa Adekunle Ajashin, on the role he has played in the free education history of Nigeria. So he was recognized at a conference in Kano last year. But this year, I'm also glad to let you know that another distinguished individual has also been penciled down to be recognized at this all-important event, and that is a posthumous award. We'll be going to, and that's the first one we're going to do, we'll be going to yet another Hindigene of Ondo State, a very remarkable one for that matter. If you don't know him before, I'm sure you will know Rufus Giwa Polytechnic. And that is the award of a living avatar is given to late Chief Rufus Folusho Giwa RFG, a former Ashwaju of Akoko land. And to stand in for him is, for the family, is Chief Acpn. I hope he's in the house. Chief Acpn, please come forward.
A round of applause for him as he steps forward, please.
The
Chief
gentleman that is coming forward was a PA to this great man.
Do not get tired of clapping, please. Can you
step forward, please?
Applause for Chief Acpn, please.
The history have it that they were in the same vehicle where the accident happened that claimed the life of the Ashiwaju of Akoko land. And it was there live, but thank God he was able to survive the accident. Unfortunately, Rufus Giwa could not survive, couldn't make it. So, sir, on behalf of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, we look into the archive. We've seen what Chief Rufus Giwa stood for while he was alive. I personally met him while I was in the university. And he told me, I was talking to him as a photographer. I took him in one occasion in Ife. So when I took the photograph to him, and he was asking me, how much is this photograph? It was less than 2,000 naira. He said, well, for what are you bringing this to me? I don't give this kind of things. I give big money to sponsor people in schools. Ask me for scholarship. It is not this. But I said, sir, I just do this to recognize you. And that day, I was happy I visited him. So, on behalf of Acpn, please convey our gratitude to the family of late Chief Rufus Giwa, the former Ashiwaju of Akoko land. We appreciate his contribution while he was here. So he's being conferred today as a living avatar, though he was long dead. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Next on the row is our own senator pharmacist Matthew Orogide, APSN, FNA Farm, Chairman, Senate Committee on Public Accounts. This gentleman, he was here earlier, but unfortunately, because of what is going on. Okay, thank you very much. The rep is back. Thank you. Please, can you step forward to receive the award on his behalf? I will be honored if the BOT chairman of Acpn will step forward to support me in delivering this award to our honorable colleague.
In the 8th Senate, he chaired the Senate Public Accounts Committee and seats as
okay, the name of representative is
Culture and Tourism,
Barrister Neda Imaswai. Is the senior legislative aide. Thank you very much.
Financial crimes, gas and ethics, petition and privileges.
On behalf of the chairman and members of the Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, present this to our distinguished senator and your good, for being there for us and representing us and the country for the job well done, and send our love and regards to him.
Thank you very much.
In 2019, he recontested his seat to return to represent the district at the Senate, and he won a second time. In recognition of his diligent performance as a chairman, Senate Public Accounts Committee, and his excellent execution of the legislative duty, he was reappointed chairman, Senate Public Accounts Committee.
We have two very unique ones, and that is the next one. I will appreciate if the media will help us bring on His Excellency Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, FNS, FNIQ, a former governor of Kano State. He is to be represented by the former senator and another House of Rep member from Kano State.
Senator Kwankwaso. During the administration of Senator Kwankwaso as governor of Kano State, The state
Aliyu
witnessed
Madaki,
series of progressive growth
very much,
in
and
virtually
Senator
all spheres of the state's social
Rufai
and
Hanga,
economic development.
standing in for
However,
the
we can
Kwankwaso
restrict this
Foundation.
brief to the developmental
Mohammed,
strides that was
thank you very much, the
witnessed
PA to Kwankwaso. Let me tell you the story about Kwankwaso,
during
the former governor of Kano State. Why Kwankwaso was in the office,
which include, among
when we
others,
visited Kano last year, we tried to look at histories of pharmacy in Kano. We find out that Senator Kwankwaso, while in office for 4 years, one of the presidents of PSN, I hope he's in the house, President Lumide Akitayo, is supposed to be the one to present this award, because he was the one that visited Senator Kwankwaso and told him that there is a dearth of community of pharmacists in Kano, I mean particularly and in Nigeria by extension. After this information, Senator Kwankwaso decided, His Excellency, decided to begin to sponsor pharmacists. 101 pharmacists were sponsored the first year on full scholarship outside Nigeria to study pharmacy. By second year, 102
faced with challenges of death.
202 was sponsored to go and study pharmacy. By the third year, another 203. 303. I'm sorry. It was graduating. 303 was study on scholarship to go and study pharmacy. By the fourth year, they had 404. There cannot be any contribution greater than this to pharmacy. Today, by this calculation, Kwankwaso has supplied to pharmacy workforce in Nigeria close to 1,000 pharmacies on his own bill. And he didn't stop there. When they came back, as many of them that want to go for masters, he continued to also send them back. The information had it that by last year, a number of these guys have started returning to Nigeria with master degree in pharmacy. I think the man deserves a round of applause. This is the basis for which Community Pharmacists of Nigeria decided to honor him at this very important occasion. And not only that, the fight against fake drugs and drug abuse in Kano State. For the first time, Governor Kwankwaso pulled down the dreaded Sabongeri market. That market was shut for once. And not only that, we also add that there's another project Lafia Jari, thank you. Lafia Jari was also undertaken by this gentleman by training of the lower cadre pharmacy services provider, the patent medicine, to go to the interland, to go to the villages of Kano, where we don't have pharmacies. And I think as pharmacists, we appreciate such gesture to make medicine available even to the people of Kano State. So, on behalf of, I hope President Lumide is still around. Well, if he's not around yet, I call on another president of President Okwa. Okay, they have gone. All right, we've stepped out. Okay, let me call on Registrar of the Pharmacists Council of Nigeria on behalf of all of us to do the presentation to Kwankwaso. We met Kwankwaso and he promised to be physically present. Unfortunately, this morning, I got a call that he has to fly to Lagos for an emergency. And that is why I sent these three gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Senator Kwan Kwaso.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Senator. In Yoruba land, they said, Egun Latin Kenyi Bale. What that means is that the big masquerade that dance last. And that is the next award. But before the next award, there's some gentlemen in the house. Arewa Youth Forum. I think, are they still around? Yeah, please step out quick. Step out quick.
All right, also the owner of this car, Honda Accord Ash Color KTU 960AU. Okay. You may need to repark. You're blocking someone.
Please fast. Do it fast. 2 minutes.
Ash Color Honda Accord KTU 960AU. Please kindly repark. You're blocking someone. Thank you.
Why this conference, a build up to this conference, but 2 days, I received a call from this gentleman. They said, I don't know them before. They said they are Arewa Youth Forum. So, and they've said they want to come over and identify with us. So I said, well, I will give you 1 minute to do whatever you want to do. Please come. What you have in mind to do. Because we are advocates of youth. And for that, please come fast. Just 1 minute. Tell us what you have.
Build the youth, ignore the youth. We are here to present an award to the president of, the chairman of Acpn for his contribution towards pharmaceutical drugs in Nigeria. And we are here to present to him Sir Amadou Bello Platinum Leadership Award of Excellence on behalf of Northern Youth Council of Nigeria. We say congratulations to him. Build the youth. On behalf of Northern Youth Council of Nigeria, confirmation of certificate credence presented to Dr. Samuel O. Adekola, National Chairman, Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, ACPN, as Garkuwan Matasan Arewa Nigeria, and stroke icon of societal transformation. This in appreciation of his immense contribution towards united and one indivisible Nigerian, being a vanguard of youth emancipation and serving as a bridge of national unity and consensus. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much. I think I appreciate this so much. This recognition we did not apply for. Thank you very much. I thank you. Well, before we give the award to the governor of Ondo State, I just want to say that there will be need for us to recognize and appreciate the chairman of today's occasion in person of Dr. Fayemi Kayode. Please, can you step forward to take a representative of Dr. Fayemi, please? This is a thank you plaque on behalf of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria. We want to say we appreciate you for the reception you gave us while we came to Ekiti State. And again, for coming to being part of this conference, the opening ceremony of this conference. We want to say thank you, congratulations. Thank you for being part with us. Thank you. Yes, the biggest one, and that is You know why it has to come last? This one go to my governor. But before we bring my governor up, please, can we have the video?
The governor of Ondo State, Acpn Oluwarotimi Akeredolu SAN, is determined to provide first-class health facilities for the people of the Sunshine State by taking another giant leap in the health sector of the state. It is the upgrade of the former State Specialist Hospital Akure to a teaching hospital complex and the commencement of modern world-class buildings in the hospital to complement the services of the state-owned University of Medical Science Teaching Hospital, Ondo Town.
University of Medical Sciences Teaching Hospital Complex. We have in Akure, we have the Ondo Complex, and this is the Medical Village. In the Medical Village here, we have all the specialty practices except pediatrics, which is in Ondo, and in Akure, we have a replica of all that is here also in Akure. In addition to the primary purpose of the teaching hospital, which is to handle referral cases that cannot be handled by secondary and primary healthcare centers. Complex primary cases. We also have general outpatient department that sees to all commerce problems. So our own kind of teaching hospital, which is what is encouraged now, traverses all the sphere of primary healthcare, secondary healthcare, and tertiary healthcare. We do spine care. We have a specialist oncology setup, that's cancer setup. We also have specialist infertility setup. We also have specialist cardiac interventional setup. We're about starting our renal transplant program.
The former 150-bed specialist hospital is currently witnessing the construction of modern buildings with a target of making it a 500-bed hospital. Taking a tour around the facility, Acpn Oluwarotimi Akeredolu SAN expressed satisfaction at the pace of the ongoing project.
We have seen that since we came on board, including his road network of this hospital, it has changed. And a number of the buildings there, they have been renovated. The important thing is that we are building a new medical ward. Our medical university, the University of Medical Sciences needed to have a teaching hospital, a befitting one. And rather than us concentrating in one place, it was our choice. Let us have a multi-sector, multi-campus, multi-complex teaching hospital. So we have one in Ondo, probably Ondo very soon, because the same building structure that we are going to put here in Akure, we have started in Ondo, and that one is moving up. And Akure is going to move up very soon. Our target at the end of the day is to have a 500-bed hospital.
Aside citizens that will benefit from the medical facility, staff of the hospital expressed pleasure at the facelift in the premises.
Because of the new structures that are coming up and the facelift that is being given to existing buildings, you see, you have a very, very good working environment and you feel happy to work in the teaching hospital. So exactly, we are motivated, we are good to be here, the new offices and everywhere, the paved block and all of the environment is clean.
You need to see the look on the faces of our patients that were on the ward when we brought in our new set of hospital beds. And it's a very good thing that even some medical issues that you may want to take abroad could easily be solved here in Akure.
The massive innovation that we're witnessing now
It's a great development for us. And it's for every stakeholder, but importantly, to the patients, because we're going to have an hospital at the end of it all that will be world class, an hospital where service delivery will take place and go on in a very decent environment. That takes me to even the members of staff. They're going to be working in an environment that is conducive, the ambience is going to be fine, and all of that. And so ultimately, everybody benefits, and it's going to help the medical and the paramedics. You do your work in an environment, you do your work with the right equipment, the right motivation, and then you can be sure that the outcome, at least at the end of the day, to the end users, will be fantastic.
In short, I was even surprised when I get here. The way they take care of people. We don't have, at least going to 3 weeks to 4 weeks here. There's no casualty. Even the way they will watch people here, that I would be afraid. And the way the doctor, the nurse take care of them, I'm 100% satisfied. The equipment is fine. 100%, I appreciate it. 100%. It is a place that one can recommend with what I see.
Speaking on the provision of healthcare equipment to facilitate healthcare delivery in the wards, the Chief Medical Director of the hospital noted that it is indeed a great feat achieved by the governor.
In the past, almost all complicated illness were referred out of the state to the boring district hospital. That has ceased. I would say kudos to the administration.
So that these specialists will stay around, they are motivated, they come to work with us so that we don't have brain drain, moving from that.
We knew that you had some shortfall in medical equipment, facilities in the state, and there was need for us to bridge it. And the only way, one of the ways, and we felt that this was so apt, was to get to a facility like Mercia. So we decided to take advantage of this, and we had to pay for logistics for shipping 2240-foot containers. We are taking delivery of about 20 containers, 40-foot containers of medical equipment, which we have distributed all across the state, and consumables, and we are still distributing. We have a lot in store that we have not even given out, that we will give out over a period of time.
The government is stopping at nothing to bracket its people in the envelope of good health. And that is why it is introducing the contributory health insurance scheme.
The health insurance scheme will start fully. The contributory health scheme will start in the state. We already have a law, and we don't only have a law, we have an office for the contributory health scheme. We've employed a general manager for the scheme. We've deployed staff to the agency, and the agency has been doing a lot of consultation, meeting with the various interest groups.
So far, so good. It has been observed in the Sunshine State that the Akeredolu-led administration has brought about a paradigm shift from the old order, giving rise to indelible intervention, not only in infrastructural development, but also in the health sector.
Well, what that is, thank you very much, thank you very much. I'm sure without those video, if you allow me, I have so much to talk about my governor, but I'll just mention but a few before I bring him up for this award. When I came on board, as I was voted in on the 7th of July 2018, and for the first time, perhaps in the history of Acpn, I also decided to do a national Thanksgiving in my state. I tell you that before that day, I have never met Governor Akeredolu face to face. We have never interfaced. But as a matter of courtesy, I felt that coming to my state with my schools, we should pay a visit to the governor. And even when it appears it's not going to be possible, there's a gentleman in the house. I'm going to recognize him. Please, Mr. Daria Ragbaye, can you please stand up for recognition, sir? Pharmacist, please, I want you to clap for this gentleman. This is one gentleman that does not travel so much. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't go out of state so much because he's the head of service. He's always at home. But you can see, today he's been here with us since yesterday and he's going to be to tomorrow because of this important thing. But if there's one gentleman who has been pharmacist friendly in Ondo State, it is Mr. Daria Ragbaye. Through him, so much has been done for pharmacy community. I'm glad to announce to you that Ondo State, through the effort of this gentleman and the approval of Mr. Governor, Ondo State is the first state in Nigeria to have a substantive department of pharmacy logistics and pharmacy investment in Nigeria, the first one. And I wish the director is here today, pharmacist Foluke Aladinola, and that has placed Ondo State to be the #1 state in Nigeria in terms of logistic management in health sector. Mr. Governor, congratulations again. The story I was telling, on the 26th of August 2018, we had the Thanksgiving on 25th. We were about to go back to Lagos. I just received a call that by 9 a.m. tomorrow, Mr. Governor will receive you. I said, what? I do not even have any address. But I said, okay. We were there with my HESCO. And I tell you, every one thing that we put before Mr. Governor, one was the fact that in the history of Ondo State, 1976 when Ondo State was created, only 10 slots of internship was approved in Ondo State. And that has been from 1976 to 2018 in all the hospitals in Ondo State. But on that visit, I told Mr. Governor, how can this be? We have so many. There was a time when I graduated about 20-something years ago. Before I graduated, I was called that I will be having a slot for my internship at the HMB. Unfortunately, I didn't come. I stayed in the university because by that time there's so much time, there's so much space. But now, few space available for internships. I told Mr. Governor, and graciously, they banned on that extension. We have been writing, PSN has been writing. You will recall that I was PSN chairman in Ondo State for 6 good years. I had good relationship with the governor, the past ones, but none of them assented to that request of us. But Governor Akeredolu, on that table that day, approved that the internship for pharmacy in Ondo State be increased. Today, we have close to 50 in Ondo State for internship. The last time pharmacists were employed in Ondo State was under Governor Adefarati. After Governor Adefarati, there was no more employment for pharmacists in Ondo State. And we were writing. Unfortunately, we have so many of the pharmacists that died. We have so many who have retired. So much of consequential vacancies. I told Mr. Governor that day that, sir, we want these offices, all these people who have died, who have to be replaced. He jokingly says that, how will I bring back those who have died? I said, no, I am not asking you to bring back those who have died. I am asking you to please fill those consequential vacancies. And he said, if that is this, all the consequential vacancies should be filled. Between that time and now, more than 50 pharmacies has been added to the employment of Ondo State government. Well, let me just stop there. But one thing that is also very central and unique to us was that I was only asking for 200,000 naira to host my. I said, well, when I met one of the government officials, the chief of staff, I said, Mr. Chief of Staff, please give me 200,000 to host my staff, my ESCO, on behalf of the government. But do you know what happened? At the end of that courtesy call, Mr. Governor just said, I just received a call that I should go and see then Permanent Secretary Cabinet. So, okay, what is it? For the first time, 2 million naira was delivered to community pharmacists. For that basis, I'm sure those of you in Kano last year, you will see it in our account. I didn't say it's from my state, I pocketed it. It is in the account recorded and we spend it for community pharmacists. Incidentally, that money formed the first money that I spent as national chairman of Acpn. That's our takeoff grant. This year again, by February this year, we decided to visit Ondo State because I can't take conference to my state. I would have loved to do that. We just had the conference in 2015, but I felt I can take a NEC meeting to my state. And I did a NEC retreat. Apart from the fact that Ondo State government hosted all my HESCO members and all our guests for 2 days, free of charge in hotels, by the time we were to leave Ondo State, we were also blessed with another sum of 5 million naira. I'm not sure in the history of pharmacy that community pharmacies, I'm not talking of PSN, has been that blessed. And this is why in the last election, Acpn decided to support the governor, identify with him. And I'm sure he did appreciate us when we visited him to support his campaign. So, Mr. Governor, here are the community pharmacies. They are your friend. They have chosen to make you ambassador so that you speak for us in the high places, so that pharmacy can be heard even in high places. I call you to receive the award. To present this award, all past chairmen of Acpn in the house, all past chairmen of Acpn in the house will step forward. All past chairmen of Acpn, the registrar of the Pharmacists Council of Nigeria, BOT chairman, all Acpn chairman that are in the house, please step forward. We are doing this on your behalf. All Acpn chairman, past chairman,
let's keep clapping.
Please,
Governor Oluwarotimi
please,
Oduayo.
past chairman, yes, Ondo State chairman of Acpn, please come forward.
Born on 21st July 1956, Owo, Ondo State, to late Reverend J.O. Ola Akeredolu of Owo, and Lady Evangelist Grace Akeredolu of Ibutu, SL.
Yes. Papa will do the presentation. Is the oldest among them all?
The government area of Ondo State, the young Oluwarotimi, fondly called Acpn by his friends and admirers, started his primary school education at Government School, Owo, before proceeding to the famous Aquinas College.
On behalf of Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, we today present to Our Excellency Governor of Ondo State, Governor Akeredolu. We thank you very much for all you have done for pharmacists, and we hope that more and more will come to pharmacy during your own period. Thank you very much.
On behalf of Age Wealth Group, we are to present this to Mr. Governor so that Mr. Governor continue to age well. Look younger. Thank you, age well. Thank you, thank you. So, Mr. Governor is going to address us on behalf of all awardees and on behalf of
Thank you so much. Let me start by adopting the protocol very well established by Sam Hoabam, the president of PSN. But while I adopt the protocol, I must not fail to specifically recognize a number of our members of the Executive Council of Ondo State who are here with me today. And may I just use the Secretary to the State Governor, Secretary to the State Government, Tayo, as a point of contact to others. I want to thank you and thank you all for coming. I thank you all for coming. You are all recognized. In addition to that, I must not fail to recognize Samuel, Dr. Sam Adekola, the chairman of Acpn. He's a wonderful man, and committed to Acpn. I'm sure I'll be right to say Acpn is his life, because he talks of no other thing than Acpn. And most times we see he's all Acpn, Acpn. I know he has made foray into politics because we are not in the same political party, but he's a strong politician too, one that appreciates good work. I want to appreciate you and appreciate Madam Ekutojuwon. So everybody here, all of us are important. Let me not waste time. I know that Mr. Chairman is not here, but Makinde is ably representing him. Please convey my good wishes to my brother, Governor John Kayode Fayemi, who is here absent. I've been asked to make a speech on behalf of all the awardees. And I think the first thing I want to say is that on behalf of all of us that you have given this honor or awarded prizes on different grounds, there's no one that one is too certain. We want to thank you. I thank Acpn on their behalf for the award. And I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. As I was going, I was almost going to forget my friend and brother Ife Yedele is here. So since he was not incorporated in the protocol, let me add him because he must be part of the protocol. So, Engineer Ife Oyedele, FSNE, I recognize you too. I congratulate you, sir, and the organizers. I congratulate you for this wonderful conference. Bringing people together at this challenging period speaks volume. It's not an easy thing. Yes, COVID, we want to believe it's going down. But it's not to say it's not there. But that you are able to assemble the number of people I met in the hall. The number of them are probably gone now. I'm sure many people care for their safety and don't want to stay for too long, too late outside. So many of them have gone. But when I saw the number of people in this hall, it speaks volume of your capacity to manage men and women. And I want to say that Sam Omabamu, the president of PSN, made reference to that when he said we should help thank the federal government for putting the pharmacists as DG of SON. So I now know why it should be used to manage men and women. I want to express my gratitude to you. And for me, I never knew you had this shot from Ondo State. It's a modest achievement. We can do better. But we thank God that we have another term to serve. So we will improve on the little we have been able to do. And thank you. Recognition, most times, come unexpectedly. Because I'm not a pharmacist. But I think we related very well. And that relationship has led us to do a few things in Ondo State. There is efficient collaboration between pharmacists in the state and state government through our Ministry of Health, where we have employed more, our Health Management Board, and our PHCD. All of them, there's that effective collaboration with your people, pharmacists. They can tell you we are doing this. I'm sure it's not that you decided to reciprocate, because we deem it right when in our Bureau of Public Procurement, we nominated you as a member of the Bureau of Public Procurement. Because we are still going to go ahead to get money drugs, and your experience is needed. As you noted in that short presentation, the contributing health scheme has come on board. And this we are doing, and we are sure that will give Acpn a pride of place in that wise. And how else we do it? To run any health chain, pharmacies cannot be forgotten. You are the strongest link in every health chain, and we know. That led us to create more departments of pharmacy in the state civil service. Before, as you rightly said, we had just one. Today, we have increased the departments in the Ministry of Health. We have increased the ones in Ondo State Primary Health Care Agency. We have increased so many of them. And I'm happy you made reference to the one about logistics. It was deliberate. We needed a pharmacist to head that and be there to do the work. I can assure you that more pharmacists will be appointed to key positions in the civil service as you go along. I know that we have a challenge of paucity of fund. This everybody is facing. And I'm sure we all know that even the federal government is facing paucity of funds. And If you now take this along with this unimaginable economic crisis and lack of security, total breakdown in our security architecture in the country, we know there's a problem. But our administration will continue to manage our state resources with measure of what I would call ingenuity. We will look for ways of doing it. It's not something so easy now, and all of us know. We in Ondo State promise at the session that we make Ondo State a genuine investor destination. Although we have a pharmaceutical company in Ondo State today running well in Akure, and the gentleman who has that place served in the East. He has probably another factory. Yeah, I said he has a factory in the East and decided to come back to have one in Akure. So we kept encouraging him. It's important to have it. We don't have to import all our drugs. A number of them we can manufacture here. We gave him every assistance because ours is an investor-friendly state. So if there are pharmacists here who are still interested in setting up a pharmaceutical company in Ondo State, you are all welcome. We will. Your intervention as professionals in community development cannot be overstated. You are needed. And what has happened really is that with this primary health care, all of them now spread and well equipped, there is no way the pharmacies will not be the first. And when we sat on a meeting with our contributory scheme board, all they said was that, sir, yes, the money you are giving, all of them is going to pharmacists. I said, how? I said, well, the bulk of it, because most of the people still attend the public hospitals, but the money to get their drugs, they have to pay. So when they start going out to other private clinics, where we pay the clinics, pay the hospital, but the bulk of money today goes to pharmacies. And I think it will continue that way. It will continue that way for some time. Health workers have onerous responsibilities. All of us know. To make all our environment safe for human habitation. Pharmacies have a special role to play, very special, at least in ensuring that there are no incidences of quackery. And I remember the last time you came around, you had on this quackery, and you said you had an equipment that we can use to detect if a drug is fake. Remember that day? You said so. Drugs have been proliferated these days. It's everywhere, adulterated. I think you have a lot of work to do, seriously speaking. And I remember that day that I mentioned to you, what are people even doing? Because people go buy fake drugs from a pharmacy shop. I think you tried to defend it that day, but a lot of work still has to be done so that we don't have these fake drugs or adulterated drugs in our pharmacy shops. I must say that a lot of social aids are there. We have issue of substance abuse, a lot many other things, but we need your help. Our collaborative efforts can checkmate criminal tendencies that we are witnessing now. We can checkmate it easily, and we have to work together. There's no doubt that our country, as I said, is experiencing this serious economic challenge. It's in every part of the world, not only Nigeria. So while a sizable chunk of the problems can be attributable to global crisis, COVID-19, other global crises, there are others which call for attention urgently. And I believe that one of the few ones that we need to tackle seriously is what drugs we really need. You are the ones that will determine. There are people who have cocktail of drugs we take because every other person will introduce to you, this is good, this is good. I can tell you, maybe from this evening I start taking age well now. But you are the one that will assist me more. You will have to look at the drugs I've been taking, whether or not I continue with one or drop one to start taking age well. But most of us don't have this opportunity of being well advised. So I say there are problems outside, but there are problems within. You are the ones, if you work together, that can assist us. As I said, modern economies today, they don't thrive on monoliths. Today, Nigeria, our over-dependence on oil is one of the problems we are facing. Today, I'm told Naira to $1 is about 500. That means there is a problem, big one. I was coming from Accra yesterday. One of the privileges we enjoy as a public servant is that they buy your ticket for you, and we are only given a paper to go. So they gave me the ticket so I can just go in. And because we are keen, some people beside me were grumbling. I heard their grumble, and I said, what are you saying? He said, the cost of ticket from Akure to Abuja is about 60-something thousand. I didn't believe it. 60-something thousand? And I asked people in my protocol and said, yeah, 60-something thousand. Well, maybe I've been enjoying that privilege as a governor since I don't know how much they buy ticket. I'm not dead, but all I do is just go inside plane and just stay there. But I was worried, and I was better educated that airline services is denominated. It's not something, there's nothing there that you can spend Naira on. Maybe the food or water that they don't serve us any other thing. So if you have to service, you pay $. If you have to do everything, it's $. Then the money will have to go up. This is the problem, one of the problems we are facing. I believe that our country must pay more than passing attention to diversification. We must diversify. We have notion. The federating units, that is the subnationals, the states, progressively must assume its own position in that every state must be able to identify its area of strength. We must encourage today, as we had before, now, competition among states. It will give room for growth. Yes, they are growing rice in Kebbi. We have a lot of meal in Lagos. So, but let's rise the growers in Kebbi, growers in Ondo State, growers everywhere have equal, be treated equally, have access to loan equally. Let everybody do their own and walk through it. I believe that with that, something better will come. I know that what we have today promotes indolence and kills ingenuity. Let us encourage every part of the country to develop according to its own potentiality. We have different things. Let us do that. There must be deliberate devolution of responsibilities from the federal to the state government. It is important. People call it structural adjustment. Whatever name you call it, something has to be done. If we continue this way, we are not going to get out of it. There must be, we must make the federative units more powerful, financially and otherwise. There's no way, no other way to make Nigeria great if the states do not now perform better than we were doing hitherto. The state has great responsibility to make sure that it does a better thing now, but they will need money. All professional bodies, including Acpn, MBA, PSN, all of us must take active interest in the affairs of this country. We need more of us in politics. It is important. We are there, but we are not enough. Let all of us who are professionals come. Come, not only in Sun, but come manage in states. Come and be part of the development. We must all work towards the enthronement of a national ethos, which not only promotes amity among its constituent units, but also encourages economic development. There are more expected of all of us, but I can assure you, sir, it is only through cooperation and competition among the states that Nigeria will grow. So we must encourage it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let me, on behalf of all the awardees, thank Acpn for the award. I don't know whether, I know it's merited, but I thank you. We thank you all. I do not intend to bore you. I want to thank members of the association and this distinguished audience here who have stayed till this time for us. What remains now is for us to sustain the tempo of interrogation. Our training as professionals imposes the duty on us. And I remember many years back, Sam and I and all of us will do meet at professional level. This imposes a lot of duty on us. We cannot afford to fail these countries. We professionals, we cannot afford to fail this country. I want to thank you and wish you success in this your conference, and I thank everybody for your patience. Thank you so much.
We have three important photographs to take. Please, I call on all our special guests, all the awardees that is in the house. Please come forward to take a group photograph.
The awardees, please come forward to join
the
group photograph.
The chairman of the occasion, the awardees.
All NEC members, please join in the next group photograph. NEC members, please come on stage. National Executive Council members, Thereafter, we'll have the Ondo State delegates. Yes, National Executive Council members, please come on stage for a group photograph. And delegates from Ondo State should please stand by for the next group photographs. Cameraman, are we okay? All right, thank you very much. Ondo State delegates, join for the next group photograph. Delegates from Ondo State, entourage, those on the entourage of the governor too can join in this photograph. Ondo State delegates and those on the entourage of the governor can join in this photograph, please. Some people can climb up, can come this way. All right, quickly, ESCO members of ACPN. Quickly, please, ESCO members of ACPN.
CPC.
Huh?
CPC. No.
All right, thank you very much, Arakurin, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. You all agree with me that the chairman of this occasion, His Excellency Dr. John Kayode Fayemi, the Executive Governor of
Announcement, please. All our guests from Ondo State and our awardees, there is a reception for you at Nikon Luxury Hotel. Immediately after here, we move to Nikon Luxury for a reception. Please. Thank you.
All right, the special advisor to the governor who has been here with us, you agree with me that he has done a very great job standing in for the governor. Let's have your remarks and official declaration, the opening of this conference. Please, can we, the program is still on, please. The program is still on, please. Please, can we sit down? The program is still on, cameramen and photographers. Thank you. Please have your seats, please. All right, Chairman, you have the floor. Please go ahead.
I would like to congratulate His Excellency Arakuri Oluwarotimi Akeredolu on the well-deserved award and recognition. His Excellency has established himself with his contribution to humanity, and I know it's only God that could abundantly bless him. I would like to once again apologize on behalf of His Excellency, Dr. John Kayode Fayemi, for not being able to make this national scientific conference. It is common knowledge that the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria possess the best brains in Nigeria. It is my hope and belief that over the next couple of days, there will be deliberations aimed solely at optimizing primary healthcare service delivery in Nigeria. At this point, I would like to officially declare the 39th National Scientific Conference, tagged Unity 2020, open. Thank you.
A round of applause for our chairman, His Excellency Dr. Kayode Fayemi, Executive Governor of Ekiti State, who has represented here by Makinde Arawaye, Special Advisor to the Governor on Federal Matters. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we're gradually drawing this event to a close, and we want to bring on stage the Acpn National Secretary, Pharmacist Mrs. Abosede Idowu, for the vote of thanks. A round of applause as she comes on stage. Pharmacist Mrs. Abosede Idowu for the vote of thanks.
The chairman of the occasion permit me to stand on the already established protocols. Our greatest appreciation goes to the Almighty God for making the 39th Annual National Conference a reality. And on behalf of the National Executive Committee, the National Executive Council, NEC, the Conference Planning CPC, LOC, and all members of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, I wish to express our heartfelt gratitude to all participants in this conference. Our special thanks go to all the dignitaries, the special guest of honor, the chairman of the opening ceremony, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, the executive governor of Ekiti State, ably represented, our keynote address speaker, the president of FIP, Pharmacist Dominic Jordan, our pharmacy-friendly governor, Arakunrin Rotimi Akeredolu, the executive governor of Ondo State, the president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Pharmacist Mazi Sam Ohambua, the Registrar Pharmacist Council of Nigeria, Pharmacist N.A. Mohammed, FPSN, all fellows of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria here present, our facilitators, our guests, all members of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, here present for this 39th Annual National Conference, Unity 2020. A big thank you to all CPC and LOC members. Thank you for putting together such a wonderful conference. To all our sponsors and partners, I say your support is highly appreciated. We could not have done this without you all. To all men of honor here present, I say thank you for joining hands. Thank you so much.
All right, let us appreciate ACPN National Secretary, Pharmacist Mrs. Abosede Idowu. A round of applause for her. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this event, but we will not be leaving until we say the closing prayer. Can we all rise as we take the second stanza of the national anthem as a closing prayer, while the troop will stand by after the prayers. The second stanza of the national anthem. part of this. Is the end of day 3 of the 39th National Conference, Scientific Conference of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria. Can we have the troops come on stage, please? CPC, can you come on stage? CPC.
Please, all